Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we will be continued our banking ombudsman scheme 2006 from section number 8 to section number 9. So you guys are already aware that from section number 1 to section number 7 has been discussed in our previous video. You may also check this video from our playlist named as Banking Ombudsman Scheme 2006. So without any delay, let's start today's topic, and that is the section number 8, which is also the part of the chapter number 4 of the Banking Ombudsman Scheme 2006. So complaints made to the Banking Ombudsman, firstly on the basis of the deficiency in the banking services or net banking, or for the deficiency in money advancing and loans. So in the heading of the deficiency, if you guys are facing any type of the deficiency, irregularity in your banking services as well as net banking, then you can also complain to the banking ombudsman. Now what is included in the banking services and net banking, we will discuss in these points. So without any delay, let's continue that topic. If there is delay, not acceptance or non-payment of check, bills, draft, inward remittance, draft as well as pay orders, then it is one of the ground to make the complaint to the banking ombudsman. If you guys are not aware from these terms, then you may also comment so that we can make separate video on these concept. So let's continue. If banking company refuses to receive the amount in the small denomination, for example 10 rupee note, if banking company refuse to accept coins, for example 1 rupee coin, non-adherence and working in the working hours, so not providing banking facilities as well as refusal to open deposit account, or more extra charges, or refuse to redeem the government securities, as well as forcefully closure of the bank account without the consent of the customer and not closing the bank account, non-compliance with the RBI guidelines, this act, fair practices as well as banking code and standard board of India. So these are particular grounds which are mentioned in the banking ombudsman scheme 2006, which is one of the grounds for the deficiency in the banking services as well as net banking. So let's continue from the second heading, and that is the if there is any deficiency in the money advancing as well as loans. Suppose bank wanna refuse to advance any type of the loan. Now what is included in this heading? So non-acceptance loan application, or delay in granting loan as well as reimbursement, or charge more interest rate, or not compliance with the RBI guidelines, or not appointing recovery agents by bank, as well as non-adherence to the provisions of the Fair Practices Code. So these are involved for the deficiency in the money advancing as well as loans. So let's continue from the section number 9, and that is the procedure how to file the complaint to the banking ombudsman regarding the any type of the default done by the banking company. So what is the procedure? First of all, only by the legal representation. So you guys are already aware that as we discussed in our previous video, that legal representation include the representation of the aggrieved party by any advocate to the banking ombudsman. So secondly, jurisdiction, where the branch or office of the bank is situated, and if there is any case regarding the credit card, so where the address of the customer billing, that jurisdiction allowed the banking ombudsman to receive the complaints. And what are the valid requisites? Complaint must be in writing, signed by the complainant, as well as fulfill all the requirements which are mentioned in the annexure A, which is also provided in the backside of that act, as well as attached necessary documents regarding, for example, if you have any case regarding the default in credit card services, then you may also attach that copy of the billing. So next, if complaint in the electronic form, then it is mandatory for the banking ombudsman to make out the printout. So power of the central government as well as RBI to file the complaint. That means to say central government and RBI are also considered as the aggrieved parties. So before entering into section number 9, following conditions, that means to say there are a particular criteria which has been given by the section number 9, so that you have to go through from that criteria, only that you are able to follow that procedure. And what is that criteria? This is complaint to the banking company. For example, there are any types of the defaults which we can discussed under section number 8. Then you may also first of all complaint to the banking company that I have a particular default from your banking company. Now after that, reply by bank within the 1 month. Now suppose you guys have been gone to the banking company, and the banking company sought the reply of your particular complaint within the 1 month, then there is no need to go to the banking ombudsman. If no reply, then after 1 month you are totally able to complain to the banking ombudsman. And what is the limitation period for the complaint? That means to say, if there is any type of default in your banking services, then you may complain only within the 1 year. That means to say only within the 1 year of the cause of action arises. And provisions of the Limitation Act are also applicable on that particular transaction. So it is the all about the section number 8 and section number 9. Rest of the sections will be discussed in our next video. So if you guys totally understand the concept of the banking ombudsman, then you may also like, comment, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.